again with Logical Property Management, another episode of our deep dive series on Metro Detroit. We're doing these deep dives to help investors from around the country and the world make better investment decisions in our unique marketplace here. We coined the term ring cities to emphasize all the cities that border the city of Detroit, because those cities make solid Class B investment options. And traditionally, that's where investors made their money, was in Class B. So we're in the Eastpointe today. And I want to show you this sign here because originally in 1924, this was called the Village of Halfway. 1929, it incorporated as the city of East Detroit. And then we're going to mosey on over here to this side of the little thing they have here. And they changed the name to the city of Eastpointe in 1992. Now, the reason they did that was not for the best intentions, or I should say the good intentions, but reasons. They were trying to disassociate themselves with being associated with the city of Detroit, which in 1992 and so was not doing that well, okay? And then they picked up the word point because over by the water here, St. Clair Shores, there's 7 cities that are called the Grosse Pointe, Shores, Farms, blah, 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 blah. And those are really high-end cities. So they wanted to move away from Detroit and more associate themselves with Grosse Pointe. We're here, by the way, in Eastpointe at 9 Mile and Gratiot, which is kind of like the center if they had a downtown. Most suburban cities do not have official downtowns, but this would be considered the downtown of Eastpointe. You can see the sign over there. The city put up a clock. It would come right over here. They put up a clock to kind of denote that this is the area here. Unfortunately, looking over here, we have an old Rite Aid that's been shut down, which has been happening across the country as Walgreens, Rite Aid, and all those are kind of like pulling back. And then right over here, if you can see down the street on 9 Mile, this would be the northeast corner. You've got the city offices of Eastpointe, the courts, the police stations, everything like that. Okay, so again, we've given you a little brief history. Now, the city itself is about 5.3 square miles, about 34,000 people, according to the U.S. 2020 Census Bureau. And so it's a solid, vibrant Class B city. All right, and we're going to show that to you and show you some houses and some other benefits. We're at the Eastpointe Community Garden that's right here on 9 Mile. We were right over there. Now we're right over here. And the community's invested in this. And we wanted to show you too, because it's a sign that it's a healthy city, vibrant, and it's coming back. So we've got donations. Oh, gotta watch out for all the mud here. But if you look over here, we've got Iron Ivy donated by Mr. Watermelon Man. We've got community beds donated by. And a lot of people are here on this Saturday morning cultivating and doing whatever you do in a community garden. So, but just want to show this to you as a unique attraction. All right, we're going down Melrose Street here in Eastpointe. Typical street of frame houses. Nothing really special. It's just, wanted to show you what you can expect here. About 31% of the homes here are rental properties actually in the city. So the city does have landlord licensing or rental licensing requirements. It's not that hard to do it. I believe it's every 2 years, but they do that to keep the housing stock up and avoid slumlords from ruining it for everybody. Okay, we're on Piper Street in Eastpointe, and there's a few more brick homes here. Obviously ranches mixed in with bungalows. A lot of the houses here were built, most of the houses actually in Eastpointe were built after World War II as the GIs came home. There had been some building prior to that in the 20s and 30s, but again, a lot of it was the GIs coming home after World War II, building families. Okay, we're still in Eastpointe here, and we're at John F. Kennedy Memorial Park. You can tell a lot about how well a city's doing by its parks and also its schools. If you look right here, this is actually a brand new sign. So the city's, again, investing in itself, which shows that it has the tax dollars and revenues to do so. And the tax dollars come from property taxes, at least in Michigan. The majority of their city's revenue come from property taxes. So go back here, you can see there's a gazebo, there's a covered area there that you can rent out probably for picnics and stuff like that. It looks like there's even a soccer field back there, skate park, and some other things. And again, it's a vibrant city here in Eastpointe. We're going to go over some numbers shortly and post those so you can see what's going on with the activity as far as sales, rentals, and what's for sale. All right, we're on a street called Donald here, and just wanted to show you that these are all brick bungalows right across from a school. And brick is always typically seen as more luxurious than frame. So Eastpointe represents a mix of that. There's some streets like this where they're all brick, and you saw we've also got many streets that are just frame or a mix of these both. And if we continue, you know, we're past the school. Both sides of this street are all brick bungalows and some ranches thrown in. So if you can scoop one of these up, it's a really solid investment. You got less maintenance overall than you do with the frame home. Okay, so if you actually happen to come to Metro Detroit and you find yourself on the east side by Eastpointe, we're right here on Gratiot Avenue. If you look behind me, there's Cloverleaf Pizza. Now the story there is that the owners of this originally opened up Buddy's Pizza in Detroit at 6 in Conant. That was the original Detroit deep dish where it started. They sold that in the 50s, came here and opened up this place, and now it's famous also here. So if you're looking for really good Detroit pizza, you owe it to yourself to stop here when you're in town.